menu, it says choice 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, you're limited to only 4. When canceled / you press B in menu when you're trying to like skim through the text, it's gonna automatically default a choice for you. So like you press B, you're like, no, press B, 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 B. You know, like that kind of moment you're having. It's like, I don't want this to happen. And you're trying to slam the cancel button as fast as, you know. So you can allow to change which choice is automatically picked when you slam that button like a total tard nugget. So it automatically defaults this choice 2. I'm gonna add a choice 3 is like maybe, and this will create a branch of choices. When this happens, you're gonna see yes, no, and maybe. This is gonna create a string of text or a string of event commands that you're allowed to add in. Obviously, allowing you to be a little creative with what says. So then you can add like things like text or other commands, events, stuff like that through event commands. Derp. Anyway, so Supomi for yes, and then Herpaderp for no, and then maybe, and then I'm gonna say call me maybe. Yeah, I gotta be a little funny, I mean, can't be so dull in this video. Anyway, you got sub, homie, herpaderp, and call me maybe. You can call me maybe. I'm out of Mountain Dew. Oh yeah. Anyway, that's what happens when you have display choices. Oh, that was so good. Alright. Sorry for that. I was having a Mountain Dew moment. Now, one thing I should note is after you have display choices and after all the strings in those display choices happen, like you click yes and it displays the text sub homie, but there's no following string data afterwards, it's going to start the next event command on this. So, like, if you have anything afterwards, this is what's going to display after those string choices have ended. So you're going to see what happens when I do it in-game. So as you can see, I added a graphic this time. So you have choices now, yes, no, and maybe. Yes, sub homie, afterwards. So you can see that after those choices have happened, that text box opens up. Herpaderp for no, and then you can see it changes each time you do it. And then call me maybe after. That was so unintended. So we can back out of that. So numeric input processing. You can be able to put in values. This is new. I like this. I like this. I like this. As far as I know, what happens is you're supposed to input a 4-digit or how many digit you want into game. So basically, when this is activated, I think you're supposed to put in 4 digits of numbers, like a password maybe. I don't know. See, yep. $37.55, and that's what's gonna be put into the variable. Like, okay, so let me just explain the variable. Okay, since this is using variable 0001 and you're asking 4 digits to input, in game when you put in those 4 digits, it's what's going to be set for 0001, those 4 digits. So, okay, so let's go to new event page. And we're going to do variable 001 is 1337 or greater. I have one too many threes. So, leet, alright? What's going to happen is auto run. It's going to run directly afterwards, after the event, after the variable 1337 has been activated. I'm just going to put bitches, because everybody likes those bitches, for the auto run text. And as you can see, it tells you numeric input, and you got to have 4 digits. So I set the 001 digit variable to run if you have 1337 put as the set number. So 1, 3, 7. And then it automatically runs continually because I didn't erase the event. Keeps telling me bitches. Oh, so good. Anyway, I got a little bit of Mountain Dew on my desk. Gross. I wiped it off my shirt. There we go. And then we're gonna run back a numeric input. All right. So item selection processing. I don't feel like this showing you how this works. I assume it's like you get to select an item. I'm just gonna throw that out there once again. A new feature in VX Ace. So I'm assuming that's what it does. I mean, through my expert knowledge of this program, I would assume it's gonna be you select items. Display scrolling text. It's scrolling text. Read the title. That's exactly what it would do if you had it scrolling. Maybe. Well, what does the interface look like? All right. Speed 2. Yes. Exactly what it does is it displays scrolling text. Yes. No way. Game perfection. Game progression. Whoo. This is lovely. I want to talk about this one. Oh, yeah. Oh, so manly. Ow. Alright, game progression. Switch operation, variable operation, self-switch operation, timer operation. Now, I've already showed you an example of how self-switch operation is you turn self-switch A on or off. Oh, that's so intense. Alright, so I don't need to explain how much that works. I've already showed you guys an example, and I already pretty much just explained the gist of it. You turn it on or off in the event. Switch operation, yes. Yes. You're going to be using this a lot. So, same thing as self-switch A, except this is global. It will happen anywhere and everywhere on any map. Because you can use this on any event instead of self-switch only happens in this particular event. I just want to get that clear. So switch operation is crucial to making a game, functional. If you can do it without a switch, then by God, you are the greatest game maker ever. Okay, enough rambling. You can set your variables, of course. You can also change your maximum amount, by the way. It only shows 100 because they're not expecting you to go up to 100. But if you're making a full-length game, you're probably going to use well over 100 self-switch. I mean, not self-switch, but switch operation variables. Batch is basically how many gets loaded up at that one point. Like, you need 1 through whatever. That's how many gets turned on or off. Okay, so just remember that. Batch means multiple activated on or off at the same time. Now, just remember that you can't individually switch them on or off. You actually have to, add a new event for each switch operation if you want to change certain ones on or off, not just altogether on or altogether off. Variable operation looks complicated, seems complicated, definitely complicated. Single. So this one uses a separate menu. So variable operation works like a number storing system. Instead of having a 0, 1, or slash on and off, if you're not a nerd once again, it uses numbering systems 0 to infinity. Once again, batch system loads multiple variables at once. Usually that's what happens. Alright. Operation, substitute as, subtract, multiply, divide, and mod. Ooh, basic math. Don't you kids have it hard. Alright, substitute means this operand down here. You set, someone posted a Okay, you know what? In the middle of the video, let's look at this with the Asian letters and the titles. What now? Some about. What's with the Asian letters in the title? Lol, it's the title in Japanese. It's Japanese. I have a few Japanese viewers. Homie. People these days.